Hello, my name's Claire Wyneken, and today I'm going to share a brief overview of the creative problem-solving process I have used with the leaders in my church. My work was primarily guided by the process and tools presented by Puccio, Mance, and Murdoch's Creative Leadership, Skills that Drive Change. The creative problem-solving process, or CPS, fosters creative contributions, thinking, and affective skills through the stages of problem-solving appropriate to a specific issue. A little background. My church is a Unitarian Universalist church with over 500 members and a commitment to social justice. Our lead minister joined the church in 2013 and has been steadily pushing the congregation out of its comfort zone to deepen our social justice work. About 20% of the church is highly active in social justice. There's a small percentage of the congregation that's troubled by the increased emphasis on social justice, particularly weekly vigils in the front yard of the church with signs that proclaim Black Lives Matter. They're worried that the church is not attending to spiritual growth, religious education, and that the ministry is receiving less attention. Our minister, at the same time, has decided that a permanent Black Lives Matter sign is needed and plans to post it soon. The problem she posed to the team was, how do we help the congregation explore how our values meet the world? She requested that the team work on how to engage the congregation around the sign, but also a deeper spiritual conversation about our values as a congregation. I developed 4 phases for creative management of this problem-solving process. Phase 1 was to frame the purpose, convene a team, plan the process, and logistics. Phase 2 would be the implementation of the CPS process. Phase 3, the implementation of a recommended plan. And phase 4 would be a reflective process to learn and apply those learnings to the creative leadership of the church. So in phase 1, I met with the minister, invited a team of 3 who had all had knowledge of the congregation, the issues, and a desire to be engaged. I planned out the tools, we worked out the logistics, and we began. First, they explored the vision of our minister. I used the wishful thinking exercise about posting the sign, having them complete sentences of, "Wouldn't it be wonderful if," or "Wouldn't it be awful if," and they generated 13 statements around each and then selected from that list to develop a clearer vision and outcomes. Next, the team used strategic thinking in a webbing exercise to identify the issues and questions that needed to be addressed to fulfill on the mission. I facilitated a method called HITS, a convergent tool, where they identified those matters in the webbing exercise that were most important. In meetings, the group used ideational thinking, and between meetings we used a Google Sheet, producing many vivid ideas, more questions, and lots of potential resources. The team recommended a 2-step framework. First, they recommended to place the sign in the yard, not on the building. And second, to guide the congregation in deeper work around values, and if they elected to do so, they could graduate the sign to the building, representing this as a congregational commitment and not one by the minister alone. The minister loved this idea and began calling the exploration of values Becoming a Beloved Community, based on the sermons of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So now it was time to evaluate options. The team created criteria and placed the proposed ideas into a matrix. There were many process ideas, but only 2 real steps: posting the sign in the yard and engaging the congregation in becoming a beloved community. With only 2 ideas, the criteria matrix did not help them remain open during the evaluation phase and avoid premature decisions. Another tool would have been more helpful, such as the pluses, potentials, concerns, and overcoming concerns tool. We evaluated the idea of using the tool of assisters and resistors to help plan for supports and potential barriers. We did not complete the action planning at the final meeting. However, before the group departed, each member, while previously cautious of their time, committed to following the entire process through. Next, we'll be meeting with leadership of stakeholders, the minister, and congregational members to finalize an action plan. We'll implement a congregational dialogue around the Black Lives Matter sign and our spiritual and congregational values, and then a 6-month process by which the church will determine how to become a beloved community. The group aims to complete this process before the end of the year, and I'll support them with structured reflection, evaluation, and refinement throughout the process. The CPS was the right process for the problem. We used creative management. Because there was no correct solution from which to choose, the problem was heuristic and the team was reacting to a current predicament. And we started in the right place, using the minister's initial vision and exploring it deeply to make it more clear and to generate some outcomes. The team mattered. It was important to select knowledgeable, connected, open-minded stakeholders. And good facilitation matters. I could have explored the creative style of the group members before we began, which might have helped me in selecting tools. And while I was effective in many ways, I could have chosen and practiced with a few more tools, particularly related to evaluation, to be more effective with the group and nimble with the problem as it emerged. I gained valuable lessons about advanced planning, having multiple tools ready to use, and being willing to shift the plan as needed. However, what I didn't expect was the impact of this project on me personally. When I set out to work with my church, I was aiming to complete an assignment and help the congregation along the way. What emerged were deep connections to my team, an inspiring vision, and an engagement in an ongoing process which is personally and spiritually fulfilling. Thank you.